Oi, gente! Olha, vocês vão escutar em primeira mão um áudio super especial. O podcast de hoje é incrível, que é com um pouquinho sobre o nosso novo challenge, Fundamentos, que vocês já devem ter escutado falar. E eu espero muito que vocês gostem e entendam um pouquinho mais sobre o que a gente está fazendo e o que a gente oferece nesse challenge. E como sempre, quem tiver alguma dúvida, é só me mandar e-mail para o suporte@inglêsunicru.com. É isso. Agora, on with the show! Até o dia 27 de novembro de 2020, você pode aproveitar a maior promoção do ano do Cambly. 50% de desconto em qualquer plano anual. Como é que é isso, gente? É isso aí. R$ 65 são os planos que começam de plano anual. Ou seja, você pode ir lá, fazer o seu planozinho, por exemplo. Só posso uma vez por semana por meia hora, ou então 2 vezes por semana por 1 hora, e assim vai. Você faz de acordo com a sua disponibilidade e aí ainda tem os 50% de desconto em cima da sua disponibilidade. Vale muito a pena. Eu acho que você não pode mais comer mosca. Vai aqui na descrição do nosso episódio, clica no link, acaba com essa curiosidade de uma vez por todas e inscreva-se ainda hoje nessa promoção maravilhosa que vai só te trazer alegrias, porque, gente, começar a destravar inglês é a partir de agora. É só errando que se aprende e você pode aprender muito com Cambly, tá bom? Now, on with the show!
Hello, hey guys, and welcome to another episode. Today we have a special guest, Marco Antonio. Welcome, Marco.
Thank you, Foster. Hello, crazy people. Nice to speak with everybody.
So I imagine most people know that you are Alexia's dad, but if you don't know, Marco Antonio is Alexia's dad, and Marco, you already speak English quite well. How would you describe your English? Like a beginner, intermediate, advanced?
I prefer a mix of beginner and a medium speaker because I start 1 million times, always in the wrong way, and nobody correct my pronunciation. And here I am trying to speak in English, understand something, but not enough. That's it. That's my story.
Excellent. So I think a lot of our students can relate to your story. So Marco, what I want to do today, we have a part of the course that we talk about introductions, how to introduce yourself in English. And when I say introduce, é como se apresentar, né?
Ok.
Então vou te fazer várias perguntas sobre você mesmo e você vai respondendo em inglês, tá bom?
Okay.
Cool. So let's begin with perhaps the most simple question. What is your name?
My name is Marco Antonio Nunes de Souza, and in English it will be Marco.
Perfect. And where are you from?
I'm from Brazil, a small city named Poços de Caldas.
Mm-hmm.
I was born there. I lived in São Paulo, which is a big city, around 18 million inhabitants.
Yeah. In English, we say 18 million people.
18 million people. And then I lived the other part of my life in Rio de Janeiro, around 8 million, 10 million people. So I lived in big cities almost part of my life. And now I'm living in Portugal, a beautiful and cozy city.
Nice. So you have an experience of small cities like Poços de Caldas, really big cities like São Paulo, and medium-sized cities like Porto.
I didn't understand your question.
Not really a question, just
It's a comment.
Just a comment. Yeah.
Okay. Poços de Caldas, it's a beautiful little city, not so little, but I have to move from São Paulo for my dad died in a plane accident, and so I moved with my mother to São Paulo.
Can I give you a quick correction,
of
Marco?
course.
Okay, so when you were speaking in the past, so you were telling stories about the past, when you say words like I moved or I lived, I am hearing you say I lived, I moved. Mas não é necessário, no caso. É só o som do T. I lived.
I lived.
Perfect. Repeat with me. I lived.
I lived.
Então
I
não é
lived.
lived, é só
I lived.
lived.
Okay, I lived. The D is imaginary. I lived.
Yes, the D is silent. It's more like a T.
Okay.
I
lived.
moved.
Okay.
Try that. I moved.
I moved.
Perfect. Okay, so you moved to a lot of different places. Marco, can I ask you a personal question?
Yes, please.
How old are you?
75.
75 years old.
Yes, a lot of years. And I'm surprised when somebody asks me how old I am, because my answer is a surprise for me too. 75 years, it's a lot of years. I became an old man without the perception of that.
Yeah, without
Just
realizing
like that.
it.
Without?
Realizing.
Yeah. A blink and here I am.
We have a good expression in English. We say, in the blink of an eye.
In a blink of an eye.
Exactly.
I started, I am thinking in Portuguese and trying to translate in English, and this is bad. But people start me cedendo lugar nos transportes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say this in English. People was giving me...
people were offering their seats to you.
their seats, and then I said, I am old because...
Maybe I'm older than I think.
Older than I think. Yeah.
Okay, so Marco, can I give you a recommendation when you are thinking in Portuguese and you are trying to translate to English e fica muito confuso?
Yes.
Minha recomendação é sempre pensar mais simples. Porque eu sei na sua cabeça você quer falar tipo, mas eu estou ficando mais velho, mas não percebi pensamentos profundos.
Okay.
But in English, we cannot do that because your English is not the same as your Portuguese. And I know it's very difficult because you want to be very sophisticated and very intellectual when you speak. But we have to start slow and then we get a little bit faster and faster. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So when you are thinking in Portuguese and it's difficult for the words to come out of your mouth, just stop. Try to think of a more simple way to say the same thing and then continue.
Okay, I will try.
Cool. Okay, another simple question, Marco. What are some of your hobbies? For example, what do you like to do in your free time?
Read and write.
Yes, you are a writer. You really write.
Yes, I really write, and this gives me a pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Pleasure.
This gives me a pleasure, and I'm write every day, almost every day, and I read less than I needed, but it's okay. I'm now reading the Portuguese literature, which is very, very good in a simple way. It's a very good. I am appreciating this.
Nice. And what kind of things do you write? Do you write novels, fiction, nonfiction?
Fiction, basically. I made a course in the Porto, Faculdade de Letras do Porto.
Peraí. So first, we don't really make courses in English. I would say I did a course or I took a course.
I did a course.
I did a course
Yes.
at the University of Porto.
It calls creative writing. Okay, and so my teacher, who is a writer,
Perfect.
A Portuguese writer, said, Marco, you have many personalities. You can be sweet, you can be bad, but okay, move on. So, Foster, I write many things and very different things, and this is a dispersão de pensamentos.
A dispersion of thoughts.
It's good because proves that I have imagination, but it's very wrong because we have to have a lot of discipline to don't escape, don't go away when you write something.
Do not lose focus or be
Diversional.
You can say to be diversional. That's not very common. To not get distracted.
Yeah.
To stay focused, I think, is the best way. Yeah, that is a difficult thing to do. So you like to read, you like to write. Do you have other hobbies or things that you like to do?
Yes, I like very much to watch movies, old movies, Italian movies, and movies or films.
They're pretty much the same.
Okay.
You can say both.
And I put in the internet, in the computer, and I watch the films that I like it very much, the classicals.
The classics.
The classics. American Graffiti, Il Sorpasso in Italian, and Sunset Boulevard.
Nice. Yeah, the classics.
Very good. Yeah, the classics.
Cool. So, Marco, you did a very good job introducing yourself. This is just an example of a basic conversation that you will have with native speakers. Like, hey, how are you? Where are you from? What do you do? What do you like to do in your free time? Was that difficult for you, or was that relatively easy?
No, it's easy. It's easy here when I'm speaking with you, okay? And very difficult with strange people in a strange environment, and people speak very fast. And hey, how are you? Where are you from? And I said, okay, let me think. And this let me think, it's a negative way to start a conversation. So that's it. It's difficult, easy with you, difficult with other people. And when people look at me, an American, an English guy, and say, hey, I said, Jesus Christ, he's going to ask me things.
Please don't talk to me. Yeah, I can relate to the feeling. But I think you did a really good job. And I know that a lot of our students think it's very difficult when they're speaking with native speakers for the first time. So I really respect your ambition, your initiative to speak. And we will have you on the show again soon.
Okay, to be a pleasure.
To be a pleasure.
To be a pleasure.
You would say it will be a pleasure.
It will be a pleasure.
Perfect. Thank you, Marco. I'll talk to you soon.
Muito obrigada por ter escutado mais um episódio aqui do Inglês de Necrorádio. É muito bom ter você juntinho assim de nós. Faz muito, muito carinho no nosso coração, digamos assim. Então você que está interessado em saber mais sobre os nossos produtos e saber mais sobre a gente, o que a gente oferece para vocês em relação a estudo, a challenge, a curso, vá lá no inglesdenecro.com e você pode ver mais sobre as worksheets, por exemplo.
Yeah. If you want to really improve your English, if you want to learn more about the ways you can do that and just connect with us on a deeper level, go to inglesdenecro.com. And as always, keep up the good fight.
And lose well.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.